All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the channel. I'm going to talk about something that's maybe a little bit unpopular coming from me, and it's tipping. Because I've been seeing a bunch of articles on YouTube, and also like the actual articles, legitimate like news, talking about tipping, and they've been doing this for a little bit. And the question is it out of hand? Is it gone too far, and all that stuff? And my opinion, it does. It has gotten a little too far. And it's gotten too far to the point that, and it's not that it's, the problem with why it's gotten too far is that people now feel like they're supposed to get tipped for everything. And not only that, they also feel like the tip should be at a certain percentage. And that's a problem. That's the problem. Now, I'm not talking about my place. I'm talking about just in general. If you watch a little bit of YouTube and you watch, some of the DoorDashers, you watch all the, I hate to say these words, but these little buzzwords, entitlement of some of these workers in the service industry, which again, there's nothing wrong with tipping. I'm not trying to say that there should be no tips or anything, but tipping is tipping. Tipping is not something mandatory, first of all. Second of all, for you to expect a certain amount, it's okay, but if you don't get it, for you to be upset and actually lash out at people, that's a problem. And the problem is that people really feeling comfortable doing this. Like, you can go on YouTube and TikTok and you can see like DoorDashers getting so upset because they don't get the tip that they wanted, that they're throwing food or leaving food on the middle of the street, or just eating people's food just because they feel that they didn't get the tip that they deserve. That's 100% entitlement, that you think that this is the way it should be. Tipping is supposed to be a nice thing, but now it's turning into like you're supposed to get it. And look, it's supposed to be, like I said, a nice thing. It's nice if you get it, but it is almost, it's getting annoying to see these videos and the culture change in the service industry that people are expecting. And you also now have companies catering to this problem too. So you have companies catering with these tablets that are now made that automatically pop up the tip. And I've spoken to them and they like, yeah, we can give you these tablets and we'll start it off at a certain amount. It'll push it. And during COVID, I think, I'm just ripping something off the wall before I forget. During COVID, it was nice. Everybody was really nice. They understood how a lot of the service industry, the companies, the workers were going through it. Because the service industry a lot of them were just being closed by the cities and stuff like that. So the ones that were partially open and were able to do some business, people were being generous. But that now turned into now that people assume that this is the way it should be. And I think a little bit has to do with people just want to take what benefits them, no matter what. Like, it's almost like you give someone a little bit and they take the mile, however you say that phrase. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's just like, it just gets now to the point that people are getting to have, like, it's getting too much. They've had enough. It's getting too much. It's getting almost embarrassing to hear these people in the service industry talk about this. So my opinion, I think it's gone too far. I think a lot of people I think some of it is some people just maybe started working. Not everyone. It's just a percentage of people that started working during the shutdowns and all that stuff, and they were just like starting to work. They got really happy with those tips, and it almost felt like no matter what job you had, you were getting tipped. So a lot of them think that was the way shit is. They probably never had a lot of working experience, and their introduction to the workforce was this, which was all effed up all over the place, right? But there's no excuse for the people that have been working before and then now assume that those circumstances, those dire circumstances for everyone, when everyone was going through it, the generosity of few people or a lot of people that were, tipping, over tipping, and just being really generous, that does not make it now a mandatory thing. It almost You know, it's like a nice gesture is getting, instead of being rewarded, is now getting, people are looking at, if you don't do that now, it's a problem. So again, you leave your opinion. I know it's not a popular thing coming from me, but I'm just being honest. I agree. It is getting out of hand. I go out and I've been asked to be tipped, like to give tip, not asked, but asked in like the tablet or that stuff for stuff that I would never tip because it was just not like a service that somebody was doing for me to tip. But now it's an option and it's almost expected, and I think that's a little off. Not a little bit, maybe a lot. Leave your comments below. Be safe, everyone. Later.